What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Hallway Huddle with Sam
And Dennisse.
and our special guest,
Jamie.
So this episode is really going to just be about relationships. We're gonna mix a little bit of fun, deep conversations, and just keep it engaged. We're gonna ask a few juicy questions because we know that's what y'all are here for. So we're gonna talk about today relationships, situationships, high school love, the do's and don'ts, everything in between. So just to start off on a fun note, I want y'all to share a funny or awkward relationship story that you have.
God, okay, guys. So basically, here the rank is I have no freaking experience. Then it goes Jamie, and then it goes Sam. Right from no experience to experience. Anyways, a funny one that I love telling people about, and this is his nickname. It's called McDonald's guy. If you're seeing this, is so funny and. Please stop stalking. Anyways,
Stalking is crazy.
so this guy asked me multiple times that I go and pick him up because my he doesn't have a car. So it was spring break last year, and I didn't want to be at home. So I was like, okay, you know what? Fine. Like, what's the worst that can happen? So yes, the worst actually happened. So I pick him up, whatever. We went to Target, and then we just walk around, like talk, walk around, whatever. And then, then it was like 10 a.m. or something. And I was like, yeah, because
Right, what time did we pick him up?
I'm like,
Agenda. She was there at
She
7
was
in the morning.
ready.
yes, actually 20 or something. Anyways, and then I'm getting hungry, so I'm like, so what are we gonna eat? Like, what do you want to eat? And he was like, I don't know, let me think. Like, what do you want to eat? Anyways, and then at one point I was already so hungry, so I was like, you know what? Let's go to McDonald's. Because at that point I was obsessed with Happy Meals.
Still are.
Yes. As I'm like driving to McDonald's, he goes, "Oh, you're gonna pay for me?" I go, "Oh, I'm paying?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't have any money."
We take this time to interrupt this podcast. We're gonna get to this later on why you should not be lurking, talking to other people when you have a girlfriend. Because Jamie just got a text from a very much taken man. Okay, we're gonna get to that later though. But McDonald's man had no money, so he had no money.
Sorry, guys, I love touching that part. The worst part is that so eventually he got me to pay, and then I was like, okay, what do you want? He was like, a cheeseburger. I was like, okay. He says, make it with large fries and a large drink.
Cheap angry.
That's real though. Hey, if you're gonna pay for it, you might as well. Pay for it all. Period.
If it's the guy that's paying.
Oh well.
Yeah, I was paying, if you remember. So yeah, that was the worst part. Like, no, never again. But yeah, thank you.
So my
Which one? Yeah.
Oh, not them saying which one, guys. I am not for the streets, okay? I'm not. Anyways, an awkward relationship story. Me meeting her parents. That was very awkward. It was very awkward, me meeting her parents. Yeah. I'm gonna just leave that there. I'll get into that later.
An awkward relationship story. Okay, so to give you some context, I was dating this kid at the time, and we used to sneak out for each other because I wasn't allowed to date. And so whatever, we ended up getting caught. Long story short, my parents had no shame at all whatsoever. And the night that I got caught sneaking out, the next morning, we drove over to his house. They knocked on his door, and his parents opened the door, and they had like a full on like hour-long conversation about like what was going on. And
You were there?
I was sitting in the car, but he was obviously in the house, so he could hear everything that was going on. And while I was in the car, I see like through the window, like the little like window open, and I was like, wow, like this is absolutely terrible. And I had to pee so bad.
Oh.
I had to pee so bad because I was already getting yelled at for like hours. And then we went to this kid's house and ended up peeing my pants in the car.
Oh. So on that note, I want to ask y'all a question. So this first kind of, to give context, is going to be about like talking stages and situationships, right? Okay. Should a talking stage have an expiration date? If so, how long? And what I mean by that is like, is there a certain amount of time you say, okay, like if we're talking longer than this is either not for me or for me? Like, do you have a cap on how long you want to talk to the person?
I feel like it doesn't depend on time. It depends like what's going on. Like if it's like going around in circles, then definitely. Then no more than 3 months. Everybody says 3 months. But if it's going in circles, yeah. But if it's like you guys are actually taking it slow and you can see that it's taking it slow, but also progress, then I don't feel like it. But at the same time, guys, what's a 1 year talking stage? That's our best friend.
Talking stage is actually crazy. I feel like 2 months. See, for me, I was never the person to really give it a cap. I was always a person like, okay, no shade. With one of my exes, I asked her to be my girlfriend like 3 weeks into it. Okay. Now, how long did it last? It lasted 7 months.
Okay. That is so long. That is
7 months is long to y'all? That's long.
Longest relationship.
Oh, not too much. Anyways, I feel like looking at it now maturely, I feel like 2 months is good because you can like fill them out. They can fill you out. You know, just stuff like that. So I feel like 2 months is good. JP.
What Dennisse said, I think, like if it's obviously going around in circles and it's obviously not going anywhere, then like that's up to you, honestly. But the way I see it is like if you already know somebody, like if you start liking a friend, I feel like max it would be like 3-ish, 4-ish months. I feel like in those months, like you get to know, like you get past like the fake nice stage, then you get into like, then you get into like where you actually start like unfolding like different like layers of them, and then even to the point where you kind of maybe see the bad in each other, where it's like okay I can put up with this or whatever. And so that gives you enough time for that. And then, you know, whenever time happens, time happens. But if you're complete strangers and you're like going into it, I think like a good 6 months is kind of good. Yeah, like why would you tie down to something you don't know?
6 months. But anyways.
Okay. So I have kind of another follow-up question, okay? Well, it's two. It's going to be 2-part, and we're going to do this like really, really, really quick. One, the first part of the question, is it okay to date your friend's ex?
No.
It depends.
Okay, yeah. No, because, okay, this something kind of just happened to one of my friends, something like this.
You have all the stories, bro.
Listen, and, okay, I don't want to say too much, but
right.
Long story short, the ex did my friend wrong. So that's when I think it's not okay. That's when I think it's not okay. Because if you did me wrong, it's not even about the fact that you're going to go with him. It's just the idea that, like, you know he did me wrong. And you're still like...
Why would you like him?
Right.
You saw what he did.
Exactly. Also, what level of friendship we are. What level of friendship? Because, like, if my best friend were to come tell me, like, she wants to go out with my ex, I'd be like, first off, whoa. But if, like a level, like, 6 friend were to ask me, like, can I, like, whatever, I probably wouldn't even be like, I probably wouldn't even question ties. I'd be like, yeah, girl, get at that. Like, it's not mine anymore, you know?
I feel like, for me, I feel like it depends. Like, depends what happened. Like if you did him wrong because you just wanted to play around, and then my friend wants actually like something serious with it, then go for it. And if he's not a like bad person, then I'll literally be like, you know what, it's okay. But now, if I know that he's a bad person, why would I want that with my friend? Like,
Oh, you're still looking at it really nicely.
thank you. Cause no. Anyways, but I feel it depends on the situation. Like it really, really depends on the situation and how I'm feeling and how I feel about that person.
Goes about it.
Yes, and how it goes about it. Like,
Okay, last question kind of for me. What, like, really quick in like 15 seconds, what is your biggest, well, no, there's a question that says, is it okay to talk to multiple people at once? Heck to the no. I can just tell you that. But what's the biggest red flag, like really quickly, someone can give in the talking stage? I think for me, communication is a big red flag. Like if you're not communicating with me, this is a talking stage is the time to see like, hey, how do we communicate? How do we go about this? How do we do that? This is really a time to feel each other out. So if you're not giving me the communication I want and need, why do I expect you to give me that when we're in a relationship? So that's my big red flag.
Thinking we're already dating when we're in a talking stage. Like, it's like once you get to a certain point, it's cute to be like, oh, like have a little jealousy here and there, but like don't be questioning me every day where I'm at. Like that's not cute. It's not funny. Or like question who's on my phone. Like it's not the idea of like it's like I'm talking to other people. It's just the idea of this a talking stage is to get to know each other and to get to that point. But dating is where it's like concrete. Do you see what I mean? And so I feel like when you cross that line of like thinking or like jumping into like the dating thing while you're talking, it's kind of like no, all like being clingy, like that type of dating mentality while you're talking. Like that's just not no.
You gave me the mic. You're asking the next question.
Oh, Dennisse didn't answer.
Oh, you didn't answer.
guys, I have no experience. I don't have anything. Thank you.
LOL.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Do you believe in once a cheater, always a cheater? Do I answer first? Okay. So no, I don't agree with this. I think you can oh. Yeah, okay. So I know somebody who has cheated.
Right.
And and it's not even the idea of change. Well, yeah, I do think they've changed. I think they've matured a lot more. I think also at the point they were in, we are filming. I think that the point they were in, I think the point that this friend was in, she was still very vulnerable. I think she was still very vulnerable in her feelings, and so while she was in this relationship, that she just fell into something else. But I do think that like I do think a cheater can change because oh my, I'm gonna talk so you don't hear what they're saying. But yeah, I do think once a cheater, always a cheater does not apply. Even yeah, I just don't think it's true.
Excuse us for being messy, okay? Me trying to figure out who she talking about. Anyway. Oh! Yes, once a cheater, always a cheater. That's all I gotta say. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Okay? Okay. I just don't understand people who cheat. Like, you just, ooh, I just don't understand it.
I'm neutral. Oh, I am neutral.
Okay, neutral. Yeah, I just feel like once a cheater, always a cheater. Oh, Jesus God, help. We're back off mute. We just had to clarify something real quick, okay? Anyway, I take back everything I said. Not once a cheater, always a cheater.
Me too. I think people can change. They can do better. They can become a better person. They can mature and they can be happy with the people and the cameras are gonna die.
That's just the record button.
Do you think? Okay. Okay. What counts as cheating? Like, to what extent? Like, emotionally cheating, liking pictures, texting, to what extent? I think cheating is the moment that one, you're hiding it from me, and the moment you're hiding it from me, and if you don't want me doing it to you, like, that's when it starts cheating. Like, regardless of what it is, like, if you innocently like somebody's picture, I think, okay, whatever the case is. But the moment you start hiding it from me, and like, you don't want me doing it to you, then it's cheating.
Liking pictures. Having a spam account where you go follow their spam account so you can like their stuff, but you hide your spam account from me because you don't want me to know that you have a spam that you're really liking their thirst traps and stuff on. Clock it.
That sounds personal, Sam. Why does that sound so specific?
Mic mutes. Just yeah. Gulp. I just cricket noise. It's just, it's a very personal issue for me. I ain't gonna even hold y'all no shade. Cheating is a very personal issue for me. Okay? Been through it. I didn't do it. I've been through it. And it's just not fun. Like, think about the other person, okay? You gotta think, I don't like this look Dennisse is giving me. Like, I could just feel it, okay? Like, have enough common decency. I would rather you break up with me first than cheat on me and me find out. Not only cheat on me with somebody that I know.
Okay.
Cheat on, you know what, I'm gonna leave it there because if they watch this, I'm gonna leave that there.
I forgot the question. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for Jamie to come. And thank you so much for watching this episode. We are doing a part 2 of this because this is very entertainment. And we didn't have that much time today. But stay tuned for that part 2. And stay tuned for the other episodes that we're coming for. Thank you so much, Jamie, for coming.
Thank you, Jamie.
Of course.
You'll be back because we do have to do a part 2. But hey, always remember before we leave, okay? You're here, but did you study? And I'm going to add something else to that because it's about relationships. Final words of wisdom from this episode for part 2. Remember, high school relationships are temporary, but screenshots are forever. Clock it. See?
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.